Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today we are unpacking a true titan of industry, pun absolutely intended. We're going to be looking at how a localized 1984 joint venture didn't just succeed, but totally transformed into a globally recognized lifestyle empire. So here's the fundamental question we are answering today. How exactly did a 1984 joint venture become a legacy that literally keeps India on time? To truly wrap our heads around their absolute dominance, we really have to look past the beautiful watch faces and analyze the total masterclass in brand scaling that Titan pulled off over the last few decades. What is the actual DNA of this massive success? Here is our roadmap for this explainer. 1. Origins of an empire. 2. Conquering every demographic. 3. Pushing boundaries of innovation. 4. Beyond watches into lifestyle. And finally, 5. The global Titan footprint. All right, Section 1, Origins of an Empire. Let's look at the foundation of a market leader. To put things in perspective, the sheer scale of this growth is just staggering. Back in 1984, they were just this small joint venture. But jump to the present day, we're talking over 1,500 exclusive stores, a massive footprint across more than 35 countries, and a global workforce of over 10,000 employees. So how do you even pull off that kind of rapid ascent? Well, it all started with having the exact right partnership at the exact right time. They formed in 1984 as a joint venture between the legendary Tata Group and TIDCO, with the goal of creating a premium, homegrown Indian watch brand. Fast forward to 1987, and they dropped these highly sophisticated, European-designed quartz watches right onto the market. And the result? It was explosive. By 1988, just 1 year later, they became India's absolute largest-selling watch brand. That is literally 4 years from foundation to total market dominance. Moving on to Section 2, Conquering Every Demographic by Segmenting the Market. You see, instead of just banking on a single look or aesthetic, Titan completely fragmented their approach to corner the entire market. In 1994, they launched Fastrack, which totally pioneered sports and fashion watches targeted right at the youth. Then, right after in 95, came Titan Raga for women. They threw in Zoop for kids and Sonata to really capture that broader mass market. They figured out super early on that a watch is a deeply personal thing. By building these distinct, targeted brands, they made sure that no matter who you are or what you do, Titan has a watch for you. Next up, Section 3, Pushing Boundaries of Innovation, or as I like to call it, their technological superpowers. Because, let's be real, brilliant marketing only gets you so far without serious technological chops to back it up. At their huge state-of-the-art R&D and manufacturing facility in Hosur, Tamil Nadu, Titan's engineers went all in. They relentlessly focused on advanced quartz and, eventually, smart technology. This place wasn't just a basic assembly line. It was a literal laboratory for pushing the absolute mechanical limits of timekeeping. And all that intense focus, it culminated in a genuinely mind-blowing engineering feat in 2002. Check this out, 1.15 millimeters. Think about how incredibly, almost unbelievably thin that is. That number is the total thickness of the watch movement they engineered. That tiny 1.15 millimeter movement actually powered the 2002 Titan Edge collection, which completely shattered records to become the world's slimmest watch. Now, this wasn't just a cool local win for Titan. It proved to the world that a homegrown Indian brand could stand toe-to-toe with the big guys globally in precision engineering. It put them on the map, not just as a dominant seller, but as a master innovator. Which brings us to Section 4, Beyond Watches into Lifestyle, and their masterclass in diversification strategy. Once they had the watch market on lock, they pivoted. Leveraging that hard-earned reputation for absolute precision, and backed by the trusted Tata name, of course, they rapidly expanded into a diverse lifestyle portfolio. They built this sprawling jewelry and accessories empire, rolling out heavy-hitting brands like Tanishq, Zoya, and Carat Lane. They essentially took all the trust they'd built on your wrist and expanded it to the rest of your wardrobe. But importantly, they definitely didn't lose sight of their core technology. They made sure to stay way ahead of the curve. In 2015, they officially jumped into the wearable tech space with Titan Smart, clearly recognizing the massive consumer shift in how we interact with our devices. And carrying that momentum right into the 2020s, they kept up that smart innovation and modern design, but paired it with a sharp, really necessary focus on sustainable practices. They just consistently adapt to the times, quite literally. Finally, Section 5, the global Titan footprint and scaling an empire. So where does this all leave them today? Well, Titan stands completely uncontested at #1 in the Indian watch market. But it goes so much further beyond just India now, exporting to over 30 countries and commanding a global workforce of over 10,000 employees. I mean, this is exactly what global skill looks like when it's executed flawlessly. And a huge part of their endurance really comes down to their core mission to enrich lives by offering style, innovation, and quality. Backed by a fierce reputation for superior quality and really strong after-sale service, they didn't just sell products. They became a household name simply by keeping their promises to the consumer, day in and day out. Actually, the source material sums up their legacy across all these decades perfectly. It says, "Time is precious. Titan makes it timeless." And they hit the nail on the head there. They didn't just sell a way to track hours and minutes. They sold a lifestyle, a marker of major milestones, and a piece of dependable elegance. Which leaves us with one highly compelling thought to ponder today. How on earth can other legacy brands replicate this absolute masterclass? Starting local, hyper-segmenting a market, pushing extreme innovation, and ultimately diversifying into a global empire. It's a playbook that is absolutely worth studying. So look at the items you wear every single day. How many of those brands have truly mastered both time